So this is Group 5's project. This is our project in IT324, which is called a health monitor. So below here are written the names of the owners of who made this project. So moving on, the proposal of this project is to measure a person's health level using sensors such as the DHT11 for temperature and the basic pulse rate sensor. So these sensors measure data in real time and processes it using the ESP32 module. The ESP32 module is then coded, then pushes the input to an AWS Lambda function. The Lambda function then follows a series of instruction which is then pushed to our HTML, and the HTML features an alert function which can send an email to a specified recipient. Below here, what I said is basically the flowchart of how the system works. So it's all centralized in ESP32. The ESP32 reads the beats per minute and the temperature, and it updates real time every time. So it's basically a loop. That happens every second. And if it's connected to Wi-Fi, the data is then sent to AWS database, and then the database gets the data every 2 seconds, and the Lambda function sends it into the HTML and also compiles an email, and it sends an email if the user chooses to send alert, and if the user chooses to send alert, it then loops back to this workflow, and then it sends the email. So that's about it for the flow chart. And additionally, there's also this electric schematic which is simplified. So as we can see here, as I said earlier, the project is centralized on ESP32. So the ESP32 is the central module for this project, as long as you code it properly. And basically, it's all hardware, and then it gets pushed into software through AWS Lambda. So I didn't specify like how complicated AWS Lambda is, but we did provide along in this document on how to configure AWS Lambda. But basically, this is the basic configuration of how to set up the breadboard and the circuit board for this simple project.
Nagsasalita ako.
Okay.
Hello, this is Group 5.
Yeah, for Group 5. Yeah, it's Ian Chong. I'm Jordan. That's Jad. Include Jad. And the videographer is Luis. And this is our simple IoT project. So, we have here, we got a pulse rate sensor that's displaying on an LCD along with your temperature. It takes your pulse rate real time, and can you try it on your pulse? See if it works. Yeah, so, it should be on your left hand here, on your pulse, here, on this side. Yep. Dude, are you actually 109? Yeah, so right now, that's his beats per minute. So it takes real-time pulses because of the code, and we're using ESP32, and as well as a DHT11 temperature sensor. So what this does is, because of a Lambda function, the data can be sent directly to our S3, to our HTML, and it records it real time. And along with our project, it also has a sort of an SMS function where you can send emails. Can you check this out? So if I click send alert to any email that I want, and it's gonna send an email. So it says email sent, and where is here? It's here. The email's here. It
says ESP32 alert from, yeah. So it records the beats per minute, the temperature, and the time when it was sent. So this is our simple project of IoT, and we hope you enjoyed it. Mahalo.
Hello, my name is Ian. In this project I have learned how to pick the correct sensor because we need the correct sensor to make it together to make it good looking and professional, and also we have to choose the correct board to make all the sensor together connect to the code and our system. So yeah.
Aloha, my name is Jan, and for this project I learned that it is important for us to have a neat and consistent codes in our project. And there's been a lot of instances that we have to troubleshoot to align the codes to our workflow. And every time there's errors, we have to figure it out and do the right codes for that specific thing to make it work.
Aloha, my name is Jordan, and what I learned throughout making this project is that Lambda functions are very interesting, and they can be a crucial gateway for your IoTs. They make your connections really well, and yeah, that's about it. They can make really great connections for your IoT, and they can serve as a good gateway.